Hi everybody, this is Kelly and I'm back with What in the Weird. Something we don't talk about much in spiritual practice is how to handle it when our relationship to our tools changes. And so for me, of course, that would be the runes. And it just happens that a few weeks ago, my friend and rune scholar Karen J. Mule, who publishes the Wonder of Runes blog at ireadrunes.blogspot.com, she recently blogged about how to handle a rune set that you don't use anymore or that for whatever reason you just don't connect with anymore. So definitely go read her blog. It was really spot on for me. And it was also the writing on the wall because, of course, a few days later, gasp, I lost a rune from my set. So I've had this set for about 13 years. I made it of clay, cut the staves, pushed the paint into them, fresco style, myself. Total tangent, but I thought I had to make my set from bone or wood because that's what everybody talks about, but it never felt right. So one day I just sat down, was goofing off with some clay, and before I knew it, boom, I had an entire rune set. So I won't even pretend that I haven't lost runes before. I'm looking for a better way to carry them because I do pretty much take them with me everywhere I go. But aside from that, I'm pretty much only in 3 core places during the regular course of my week, so a rune can only be so lost. I've always found them really quickly. Well, Fehu's gone. I've looked everywhere. I'm pretty sure it's caught up in the turmoil of a room transition in our house, but of course, as I was doing the weekly rune for next week, Fehu spoke out as needing to be in the cast. Again, animism, I talk to everything, so I don't know how much it conveys in the publication, though I've started putting a lot of effort into the photo styling for the weekly rune. So immediately I'm like, okay, how do I get Fehu represented? I didn't want to just sit down and make a new rune because I was panicking. And frankly, I had surgery last week, so I didn't exactly have my creative hat on for how to represent it, creatively. And I just kind of stalled on it until I could figure out what I needed to do. Because, ultimately I'll find it. Well, I laid in my healing bed for days and spoke with the runes, the source of the runes, and they were totally fine with me making a new Fehu. I spoke with my actual set, and they were fine with it too. The only one who wasn't fine with it was me. So I decided it was time for a facelift, because they're old and they've gotten knocked around and some of the paint has chipped off. And so when I made the new Fehu, I decided I would repaint all of them just to give them a little touch-up. So I fired the new one, let it cool, then I sat down to get everybody painted. Well, it hadn't occurred to me that I've been handling these runes for 13 years, so they've darkened, the patina of them has changed, and they've developed contours that they didn't have when I originally sat down and painted them. So as I filled in the strokes, the blue strokes, I water washed them to just kind of keep them neat and clean and the silver face of them relatively smooth. But it didn't matter. They're so contoured now and worn that a lot of the blue was sticking just all over the place. So I left the runes to kind of seal on their own, and I ended up having to go back and redo it with a layer of silver mica to kind of get them back to the state that I need them in to be able to distinguish them quickly. And when I did, I realized they didn't feel like they were my runes anymore. Totally #SadPanda. It's curious because about a month ago, I commissioned a super special rune set that's still being made for me, and I will get back to you on that. So, yes, our relationships to oracles change, to our tools change. It's a natural progression of coming into deeper relationship with the source behind the oracle and with ourselves. So how has your relationship to your tools changed? How did you move forward? And what do you do with the previous ones that you don't use anymore? Let me know here at Anchor or email me at Kelly, Kelley, @solentonarts.com.